There you go. Yep, there we go. So what up though, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in for this impromptu What Up Doe Fridays. I have special guest Tom D because I can never say your last name right, so I'm just gonna call you Tom D.
Works for me.
All right, he is out of Virginia. I met him actually when I spoke in Nicole Purvey's women's summit. I forgot the proper name for it, but I spoke back in December, and they actually set in on my session, and we got to talking, and here we are today. So, a couple church announcements. Detroit Real Estate Weekend is this August. VIP tickets are $2,500. That includes your hotel stay, food, the meet and greet, the tour of Detroit, and the actual workshop. Regular workshop tickets, I think, is either $297 or $497, and that is August 1st through August 4th. Detroit Real Estate Fridays. We are not meeting in April or May this year. We're not going to start back to June. April, that same weekend, is the draft. I'm gonna be at the draft, and I'm sure the rest of the city gonna be in the draft. So it was no point to have the meeting that weekend, and then the same weekend in May is Techno Fest slash Movement. So I'm probably gonna be downtown hanging out, and so is the city. So it was like we'll just see y'all in June. So I'm gonna let you go and introduce yourself, Tom.
Sure. Thank you very much.
You're
Hello, everyone. It's finally Friday. We made it. I hope everybody had a
welcome.
successful week. I am Tom DeLegge. I'm with Brightview Commercial Capital. We are an alternative to traditional lending through banking. We do all sorts of commercial lending through the SBA 78504, or we also do business line of credit, pretty much any type of business to business financing. You name it, we come up with a creative solution for you that sometimes a bank is not able to offer. So specifically what I do, what my role is with Brightview, with my company, is real estate investment financing. So we finance fix and flips, long-term rental, ground up construction, cash out refinance it. You name it, I fund anything from a condo to a hotel.
Oh my bad, I'm talking and I'm muted.
I was about to say, I thought it was me for a second.
No, it's me. I'm like, that's dope. I didn't even know y'all did all that. I remember we only spoke like briefly then, and then like here and there over email. So I'm glad we're doing this because it's educating me and my viewers. So this is pretty dope. So
Absolutely.
which program you want to get started with? Well, first, where all do you land?
All
And then
50 anywhere where you're legally allowed to be in the U.S., we're allowed to lend. And even in some circumstances, we can lend outside of the U.S. So truthfully, if you give me a call, we'll scale your what you've got, and we'll find the best creative financing that's out there. But I'll say one of our strongest programs right now is our fix and flip. And so right now, we can lend in all 50 states fix and flip. Even some of the rural states like North Dakota, South Dakota, where a lot of lenders don't want to touch. We've got lenders that love rural. So it's really all about whose money is out there and where they want to lend. But for fix and flip right now, we're offering up to 100% purchase, 100% rehab. In the state of Virginia, we actually are not requiring any appraisals, and we can get it closed out in about 2 weeks. And I actually just did my fastest close on fix and flip, which was a week and a half.
oh wow,
Yep, so
where was
very quick.
that?
That was in Petersburg, Virginia.
Oh wow, that's dope. So what's
Yep,
like
absolutely.
the minimum that y'all land? Like, specifically my market is Detroit, so I guess we could talk about Detroit and other areas too, or if you want to just go overall, what your minimum and maximum is.
Sure. So our minimum loan amount, I'll say, is at least 75,000. We ask that the property value is at least 50,000. The average closing time, we always say to give us at least 3 to 4 weeks, just in case with title and insurance, and in case we do need an appraisal or anything does pop up. There's things that pop up in the finance industry all the time that causes hiccups and delays. So it allows us to give you guys the best service and do our due diligence at the same time. But really, I'll say our standard terms right now, on average, we're at 12% interest with anywhere between 1.5 and 3.9% in origination. Terms anywhere from 6 months to 13. Uh, and loan amount, we can go all the way up to in the millions. Honestly, it really just depends on what the project is and how much money you have to bring to the table.
Oh wow.
Yep.
All right. So we got a couple questions.
Sure. Shoot.
Well, one is for me. Are you streaming on? Yes, I'm actually streaming live on YouTube. So if y'all want to come over there, it's a way for me to stream on here and Instagram. I just got to keep working out the kinks. So bear with me, y'all. But for right now, we over on YouTube, and my YouTube channel is Distant Construction Services. Nothing fancy.
Go
Uh,
like, comment, and subscribe.
right there you go. Also, drop in the comments where y'all from, where y'all tuning in from, and let me know if you might have to try them out. I'm trying. I seen a question for you. Oh, so somebody said St. Louis and Memphis. So I'm gonna assume yes because he said all 50 states.
Yes. Yep. Love
Right.
Memphis.
Uh, I do too. They got great barbecue. Um,
Absolutely.
do you all lend to owner builders?
To owner builders. Owner built. Well, we lend to anybody that's allowed to be in the United States and has the ability to take on a loan. So the only thing we don't finance is owner occupied.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Cause yeah, you mainly for like investors, not homeowners, right?
Yes. So that would be for investors only. So there are ways that you can play the game a little bit to, I'll say, work ways around it. Like, say, if you go and get a fourplex, as long as you're occupying less than 50% of the space, there's financing that's available out there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you can, there's ways to occupy it and rent it out. So it works for everybody. Um, but yeah.
Okay, so what's the average interest rate?
For fix and flip right now, the average interest rate is around 12%. For long-term rental, I'll say the average, we're in the high sevens right now, but we're starting to dip down a little bit. But I got a little insider that I have with one of the lenders that says that the rates are about to jump a little bit.
I'm not,
So everybody hang tight.
I'm not surprised because the way this the weather about to break, so it's gonna be more people out to buy. So
Yeah,
I don't understand why people so scared. I say get what you can now, and then when the rates drop, you refinance. That's what I would do.
absolutely. Yeah, so that's what I heard somebody say a couple weeks ago on social media that now is the worst time to be a real estate investor. And I said, "Are you kidding? There's little to no competition. If you have credit and you've got even small access to capital, you can get a mortgage rate, even not with us, with Rocket Mortgage, 1% down, and they'll finance it."
That's a fact. Somebody
Yep.
said, do you lend for just renovation?
No, we lend for long-term rental, ground-up construction. We also do transactional financing for wholesalers, actually. So say you need to do a double closing, we can finance that as well. Our transactional financing is currently 2%.
That's not bad for a double
Yep.
close. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we not only can we fund you, we can also fund your buyer. Say it's an investor and it's a long-term rental property or even a fix and flip. Um, we can fund you and your investor. Say you guys both need capital.
that's crazy, but crazy in a good way, not a bad way.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me see. Minimum loan about he said was 75,000.
Yep.
Uh,
So, but we do have alternative ways, I'll say. One of our programs we just signed on is where we have 0% interest credit cards for 7 months. So, and the average acceptance credit line is for $70,000. And so it doesn't cost you anything to apply. If you guys want to apply, email me directly or contact me on social media. We answer the phone 24/7. We're here to work for our investors.
what's your social media handles? Cause I put all of your contact information in the description on YouTube, and I'll post it on Instagram.
Absolutely. So our handles, if you look up Brightview Commercial Capital, will pop up. We're the one with the uh, uh, yellow sunset background with the blue text.
Mhm.
Uh, yep. And then not only that, but speaking of social media, we actually just started. Well, I say we, I did. I just started a Facebook group called Young Investors in Real Estate. And so the goal of that is to try to get more of the younger future investors more aware of real estate, because the most common thing I'm hearing for anybody out there, I'm 23. And so if anybody thinks that you can't, I'm 23 and I'm telling you, you can do it. It's just a matter of taking the jump, getting the education that for what you're doing, whether it be college or just keeping up to date with what's available out in the world. You know, it's just a matter of putting yourself in the best possible position to put your best foot forward.
I agree.
Yep. So
Um,
if anybody wants to join, again, just say, hey, Tom, I'd love to join, learn a little bit more about real estate, and I'd love to help you guys.
people are asking, is there a down payment?
Is there a down payment? Typically, well, it depends on what you qualify for. So for hard money lending and private money lending, typically what lenders want to see is they take a look at your credit and your experience. And now, what's really experience to them? Experience for them typically is how many properties, how many investment properties have you held in the last 3 years? Um, Now, I'll tell you the difference between somebody with 650 credit that's a new investor, hasn't had any properties yet. You're going to get high interest rates and they're going to hit you any way they can because you're new and you're a risk.
Right.
Now, the difference between them and somebody with, let's say, a 720 that's three flips, I can get you 100 up to 100% fine just in that difference.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Um,
So your
one
only
thing,
closing cost would just be origination and for processing an attorney.
so what is the minimum credit score?
What's the minimum what?
Credit score.
Credit score? Uh, it's hard to put a number on that because we can do low credit, we can do no credit. Like I said, there's financing out there for everybody. So say you don't even have a credit score, we can still get you financing. It's not going to be the best and it's going to cost you, but we still can get you financing. So I'll say for fix and flip to cover at least 80% of your purchase and 100% of your rehab, I'll say come to the table with at least a 640 or 650 FICO.
So 640 minimum, we'll just say for everything. To get the better rates and stuff like that.
Well, I think I'm lagging a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hello.
Can you hear me? Uh-oh, I think we lost them. Can you hear me?
Uh oh.
Try to go out and come back in. Yeah, went out for a second. So, for everybody asking me, this is on YouTube right now. This in construction services. He actually or they land nationwide, but my niche is Detroit, so a lot of my investors want to invest in Detroit. But those who want to invest anywhere, I'm gonna put the link in my link tree. I'm actually looking for it because it's in my description box right now. I might can go on YouTube and actually get it. Let's see, maybe I do that because I put it in my description. But if y'all got any questions, drop them in the comments, and then I'll ask him when he get back on. I think he was in a car, so he might just have a bad reception. Does loan of 75,000 mean getting charged more points up front? I'll ask. Could be not. But I'm definitely gonna try them out myself personally. So before I went live, for those who just joined in, we had my channel. What did we do? I got muted, so do that. So I had to ask him for my own property for Big Orange. So since I still got it, but I own it free and clear, he they said that I can use a cash out refi or actually do a line of credit. So and I think he just came back. Yep. Welcome back.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm going through a bad area.
All good. All right, so can you hear
Yep.
me?
Yeah, I had to disable the VPN and everything just to make sure. Yep.
Uh, that sounds like fun. So we had one question while you were gone. They wanted to know I already asked about the country. I gotta find it. I'm sorry. Oh, does a loan of 75,000 mean getting charged
It's all
more
good.
points up? Did you hear me?
Will a loan of 75,000 be charged more points?
Yeah, up
Well,
front.
no, I'll say standardly we charge the same rate that we do for. What was that?
No, they were saying would it be up front, like more points up front? I don't know if they mean just points in general or just at the up front of the deal.
Um, I'll say, well, I mean, we charge standardly pretty much the same. So what we charge for a million, we charge the same for
You going out again?
we have. I'm going out again.
Yeah, you keep going in and out. Hello.
Sorry, guys, we're having some technical difficulties at the moment. I apologize.
All good. You wanna well go out and come back in, see if that works?
Yeah, I think I'm in a solid area now. I'm not sure what just happened there, but so the question was 75,000. Do we charge more points for lower loans?
Yes, like at the front of the loan, you know how some companies charge you more points if it's a smaller amount and stuff like that, or do you charge it on the front end, the back end, like where they gotta pay it? I'm assuming that's what they mean.
So how origination with us works is we charge it at closing. Um, as part of your closing costs. So closing costs for us will include your down payment, your origination costs, and your processing and attorney fees, as well as underwriting. So for us, let's say on a normal fix and flip loan, the processing attorney and the those basic fees are $14.95 outright. That doesn't change. Origination is usually 3.9% of your loan amount, and then your payment is also included in that as well. So all that put together makes up your closing cost.
Okay. Um. So earlier you were talking about the 0% credit card. Could you probably go more into detail about that? Because I'm sure people gonna have questions.
Absolutely. Well, it's still a little new to us, and I know that it's available. And so, what we always tell you guys to do is to go and apply. It doesn't cost anything to apply. And the worst they can do, just like any girl that I've ever asked out in high school, the worst they can tell you is no.
I
Just
mean, you
be,
know what? I believe the
hey,
same way. Like with business and everything, that's always been my philosophy. Like the worst somebody could tell me is no. At least
you
I asked.
won't know until you ask. Uh, you know, you won't know until you ask. So, for us, if you want to have the link to go apply, again, email me, call me, text me, social media.
Your your signal is
We have
horrible,
the link
bro.
for you. We'd love to help.
All
I
right,
know.
so
It's
we
the
might have
darn
to
county.
we might just redo this another day. Like we not moving around because it's going out really really
That's
bad.
fine.
All right, just
Yeah, I'm
email
sorry.
me.
I don't know what's going on.
It's all good. All right, but yeah, I can kind of go from here, and then I guess just email me some days and times that work for you for me to do it. Can you hear me? Hello.
Oh, yeah, it's cutting in and out.
All right, yeah, just send me an email and we'll reschedule it.
Yep, we love technology. No, it's
That's right. All right,
okay.
see you.
Awesome. I'm sorry about it.
No problem.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, y'all, that was horrible. I think he driving around, so I don't know. Maybe he forgot or something like that. But we'll reschedule it. But anywho, I will be back tomorrow doing another What Up Though Friday, but it's actually gonna be a What Up Though Saturday because I got my boy coming on here talking about affordable housing. I was actually gonna save this topic for later in the year, but I'll just probably re go over it again because the stuff here keeps changing so much. So yeah. If y'all got any questions, I'll try to answer them as far as what he was saying, or I can kind of just go over it. So let's see. He said they offer 0% credit cards for 7 months. I think the minimum or the max is probably 70,000. That's not bad. They give you more time to do whatever you got to do to purchase. I need to ask him, can you do balance transfers with that? That's how I do my. I buy my houses and fix them up for like small little quick deals. They also do transactional funding, which is double closing. So like from your A to B to B to C. So if Asia Nissen is buying something from 100% Rotten Podcast as the wholesaler, but then W.S. Hubbard the third is the end buyer, they'll close the A to B between me and 100%, and then the C to D between Mr. Hubbard and me. So that way it's a clean title. The wholesaler doesn't know what I'm reselling it for, and then the end buyer doesn't know what I got it for from the beginning, which is good to do when you get bad buys from people. Because like I've had people walk away from wholesale deals when they seen what I was making. This is my whole thing. If your numbers still work, it don't matter what I make. I can make $1 million on this one house, but if your deal is still within your numbers that you had, I'm just saying, I don't see what the fuck is the problem. But that's all good. Um, the link is in my bio for those who are here on Instagram to apply for. Yeah, I just put it in there. So it's titled "Apply with Brightview Capital Lender" here. So y'all can go in there, fill out the application. Somebody give you a call. His information is also in the description on YouTube. But I'm going to go over some of the programs that they offer. And then when we come back, maybe y'all can ask whatever questions y'all need. All right, so they do second lien trust deeds. That's actually real dope. Yeah, people do be pocket watching. I ain't gonna lie. I only had that happen one time. Oh, let me tell y'all a quick story. So it was a wholesale deal some years ago. The house was in Southfield. And two quick stories. The house was in Southfield. The guy who was a wholesaler, he called me with all these questions, wanted me to sign all these NDAs, blase splee, which I don't like signing because everybody who had me sign all that, they the ones who F up. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I sign it. But I've normally just done on the double closing I've done, we just did handshakes. And they've always worked out. If I got a bad vibe from me, I just ain't gonna do the deal with you from the beginning, right? So then he him and the buyer, I guess they was boys, and whatever they back end deal was, they actually got to straight up fighting at the closing, y'all. Like I swear to God, this was their first American title in Detroit over on Third, and they could tell you no lies. So I'm in there with the seller, like, hey, what's taking them so long? They was just outside. Basically, they get into an actual fist fight, some whatever they got going on. And then the buyer ended up coming in, like, look, hey, I apologize, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm looking crazy. So I was like, you know what? I ain't even got to make no money. I don't want my name out here bad. Y'all just close the deal, and that's that. So they end up still closing the deal. And because of how I was still professional and I wasn't tripping or nothing like that, the buyer ended up hitting me up later and he still paid me $1,500. It wasn't the 20,000 I was supposed to make with old boy, and we split and make 10 and 10. But it was still, my name was good. We still do business together to this day, and it made me look good. But whatever they got to fighting about, I still don't know to this day because that ain't my business. And they was us. It wasn't nobody but us. Hold on, I gotta drink some water. But yeah, it was us. So that's the first one. And the second one, I'm in all them Facebook groups when I first started wholesaling. I think it's called Wholesaling Houses something. It's like probably 100,000 people in that group. And it was two chicks I never met. One looked like me, one was not me, probably brown like me. And so my boy Nasser, the real estate duo, he can contest to this story. So it was a realtor I'm cool with up here that I was doing rehabs for their Taiwan investor. So the house I had got it for like $600, and we was selling it for 25,000 to these Taiwan people, and I already had the rehab contract ready to go, right? So I was gonna get the wholesale money and the rehab money, so I was gonna have a very, very nice payday, right? So then the two chicks, I'm like, hey y'all, I got a bad feeling. We don't need to do a straight up wholesale on this. We need to do a double close. So Nasser was gonna let us borrow the money to do the whole deal. So with all the back taxes that was owed on the house, I think it was like 10 grand. So the contract was actually for 600, but we had to change it up when the title work came back. They ended up owing a whole lot of money on the taxes to the point where it was about to go to foreclosure, right? So then the deal, we needed 12 grand from Nasser total. He was gonna give us the 10, and his fee was 2,000, and then we split the balance from the 25,000, which was what, 12, 13 grand, 12 and 12. Yeah, 10, 13,000. We would have split three ways, so about 34, 35, and then 4,000, something like that a piece. Cool, not bad. Plus, I still had the rehab. So these two MFers, right? These chicks, they didn't want to pay Nasser his $2,000 uh fee. Like, ain't nobody about to just let us borrow no money for fee. He could have charged us more, but he like, you my friend, AJ, I got you. It's last minute. I just gotta move some things around. Give me 24 hours. Cool, no problem. So in the time, I'm telling these two broads, and they like, well, we don't want to pay the $2,000. I'm like, so y'all rather lose the deal completely? Because the Taiwan people, I had a feeling. I was like, well, let's just send it to them anyway and see what happened. But I already knew it because they was making little slick comments about why is Asia getting all this money, blah blah blah. Because the wholesale contract was in just my name, and then when it's too many wholesalers on the deed, it look a little crazy. So we just had it in my name, and then they give me their W-9 form or whatever, and then I send them all their money 24 hours after closing. That's how I do a lot of my deals. So it's clean on the paperwork, not all these different wholesalers. When it's more than one, it start looking crazy, and buyers, they kind of be like, no, I'm straight because there's too many hands in the pot, so to speak, right? Boom. So these bras didn't want to pay the $2,000 fee to Nasser, and so we end up losing the deal because of course, once title sent everything over there, they like this in construction, 12, 15, or whatever the grand was. That's too much money for this black woman contract to be making. This is exactly what they said. Because remember, I got the host, they buying the house from me, and I got the rehab. Back then, the rehab was probably like 40 grand. This is a lot. We talking 2014, 2015, and this house was up in Old Redford. So the couple that was buying it did not look like us. They was moving back to the city. So what I ended up doing was, to heck with them broads, I ended up selling the house to the people. Let me back up. So the people in Taiwan, what they was doing, they was buying houses, fixing them up, and doing land contracts to people. That's what they were doing, right? So the people they was gonna sell the land contract to, they ended up reaching out to me because they really needed the house, because they was like on bad terms. And the guy, he was a carpenter, so he like, I could fix the house up. Hey, I don't care what you want for it. I was like, give me 5,000. So I bought the house for 600 directly from the seller. Cause remember, they was going through tax foreclosure. I went and got the house on the tax payment plan to stop it from the foreclosure. And I told them like, hey, just give me, I think I did 5 grand. I gave them two bras, which I shouldn't have gave them nothing. I think I gave them like 750 or 1,000 a piece. And then I kept it different because I put up the 600. I gave them 1,000 a piece, which I really didn't have to do, but that's just me having to being nice with business. That's, I probably shouldn't have did that, but I believe in karma because it's their fault we didn't get this deal closed. And then I kept the difference. And then they went and I transferred everything over to the land contract people, and then they got on the tax payment plan, fixed the house up, and went from there. And then that was that. So those are my two stories. Questions. What up, though? ATL in the building by way of 313. What up, though? Yeah, he could have pulled over. I understand. Looking for a buyer for a cash deal with a tenant in place, Northwest Side Detroit. Send it to me. Send me an email. So these are some of the loans that they do. So like I was saying, my bad, got a little sidetracked. Second lien trust deed, blanket portfolio loans, commercial bridge, conventional financing, commercial land, commercial long term, new construction, fix and flip, land 1 to 4 units. Excuse me. Long-term rentals, mixed-use property, commercial new construction, personal line of credit, DSCR rental loan, SBA 504, and transactional funding. And I'm gonna share my screen so y'all can see this. Well, I just started sneezing. This weather is retarded. But this is the screen so y'all can see, and these are the type of loans they do. There we go. And then this is my direct link to them. So you would say working with a broker or no. Alarm's going off. Thank you. And then they're gonna ask you what type of program you're looking for. You select it. Where are you in your process? Are you just looking for info? Are you actively looking for a property? Found a property. You already had the property under contract, or do you own the property? And then referring party gonna be me. Y'all gonna put my name in, age of this, because I do get a little gift or whatever for referring y'all. And then how you hear about us, then blah blah blah. So whatever questions y'all got with me and him reschedule, y'all just gonna have to ask him, I guess, because I can't answer everything because I don't work for them. At least not the way that, of course, he will answer. But I guess that's it for today. This is a quick one. I will be back on here tomorrow night. I got a grant writer coming on here, and we're going to be talking about affordable housing, how Detroit got to where it was at, and then to where it's at now. I do have mixed views on it because we did get this city away, but certain things did happen for the city for them to do what they did to run us away from the city, which was a big lawsuit and the city lost, which is how they got that tax waiver thing that y'all still ain't filling out, but that's another story. But yeah, so I'll be back on here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Church announcement, still Detroit Real Estate Weekend. I have a target date of May 31st. If tickets have not sold in the manner that I need them to, I will never have Detroit Real Estate Weekend again. I will cancel it because by June 1st, I have to give, I think that's the last day I can get my deposits back or something like that. So if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. Next year, I do plan on doing Detroit Real Estate Weekend out the country somewhere. Because by then, with my branding coach, Dave the Business Bully, shout out to him, and my not general contractor, my government contracting coach. I definitely think I can pull that off, especially with me learning this ClickFunnels stuff. We can't leave names on referrals. What you mean? I just typed my name in. Hold on, question. What texting are you talking about that we are not filling out? I want to know more information. So that's called the HOPE program. So I'll pull that up real quick and go over it. The HOPE application. I think it's bookmarked on my side. I just don't know Detroit. So, all right, it's called Homeowners Property Exemption Form, aka HOPE, HOPE. So I gotta refill it out myself because mine expired. So, and I missed the deadline. So I gotta pay. I had to pay 2022 and 2023 taxes. No, 2023 taxes, and then I have to do this by I think December, so I won't have to pay 2024. But if you pay the taxes, they do send your money back because that happened to me. So this is more for if you cannot pay your taxes for financial reasons, you may be able to reduce or eliminate your current year's property tax obligation with the Homeowners Property Exemption HOPE program. Residents who are approved for HOPE are eligible for pay as you stay, which means you only pay a certain amount, which reduces your delinquent property taxes owed to the Wayne County Treasurer. How many people generally attend weekend? The last one we did was 2022. We started in like 2018. 2022, I think we had like 40 people. Because I don't like big groups. I like small. Because y'all gonna have a lot of questions, and I feel like y'all paying all this money, everybody questions get answered. VIP, we don't do more than like 10, 15 people. I keep that small. Detroit Tax Relief Fund is a new assistance program that will completely eliminate delinquent property taxes owed to the county for Detroit homeowners who have received the homeowner property tax exemption and the Pay As You Stay program. Call 313-244-0274 or visit the website to apply. You can also schedule an appointment and they will go over it with you. The lady who helped me, I haven't talked to her in a couple years. I'm gonna see if she's willing to come on here and do a live with me or a Zoom, and then I can like pre-record it and upload it. But here are the maximum and maximum incomes for up to 10% partial exemption or full 100%. I got 100%, and yeah. So this is it. I'll put this link in my bio too. I had it in there, but when nobody clicking on it because I could tell who clicks on it. But I'm gonna put it in my bio so y'all can apply. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, there it go. I gotta move it. Alright, so there it goes. It's called Homeowners Property Exemption, or I might title it something else so y'all know what it is. Yeah, get your taxes waived here. Taxes waived. Well, I can spell. It's not waived. Have my eye in the wrong place. All right, so that's in the bio now, so y'all can go apply. What else? So the link to Detroit Real Estate Weekend is in my bio. The link to the new lender, Brightview Capital, is in my bio to apply. Once you go in there and fill out the little forms, who want to reach out to you via either email or they'll call you. If y'all don't hear nothing, just send me a DM and I can send them your information directly. I think I'm about to give me some food. How many people already answered that? Any more questions, comments, or concerns? And that the stuff I just said about the taxes, my little clip that I posted on here, that boy got like 550,000 views on TikTok like a week and a half. I was like, that's crazy. They moved the date up. Sidebar. So for the tax application, you got to submit by November 1st at 4:30 p.m. It was December, like middle of December, so they moved the date up. So and they changed the rules to where you have to reapply every year. So I'm going to apply for 2024, and I'll probably apply for 2025. And let me see. These are all the different organizations that can help you. If y'all click the link on my bio, y'all can see this too. And I will download these and post them too. So they got income tax assistance as well. Accounting Aid Society is dope. When I first started my company, I used to go to them to get my business taxes done. That junk was free. Every little bit helps. They got a senior citizen application for solid waste discount. I didn't know that. If you're a veteran, I think 100% disabled, you get your taxes waived as well for your primary residence. If you want to attest your property taxes and do an appeal, like you feel like your shit is too high and it should be lower, you can do that every year from February 1st to February 22nd. I hired an attorney to do mine on a couple properties I had because this is for your primary residence or any of your investment properties. So, and now the thing is, if you feel like they too high, they might be too low because they're gonna reassess on both ways. So, be ready for that. Let me see. Principal residence form L2602, request to rescind principal residence exemption. I don't even know what that's about. I have to read up on that some more. But hope to see y'all at the draft. The NF draft gonna be here in a couple weeks. If you have a small business in Detroit or a big business, whatever. I hope all your stuff is together. You got your staff on point. You stocked up, parking on point. You've been promoting your company. Your Google AdSense on point. The city been doing free classes like every other week. I've been posting on my story. I don't know if y'all been seeing it or not, to help small business get visible. So, in other words, when people search for food to eat in Detroit, you pop up on that first page, so they was doing free classes on that. But I know y'all probably weren't going, but it's all good. There's so much free help out here for y'all. Y'all just got to do it or take the initiative. But I think that's it, y'all. So I will be back on here tomorrow night. Make sure y'all stay tuned. We got a dope topic tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the affordable housing crisis in Detroit. And how to get grants to fund some of your deals as well. I'm working on that now. I'm starting a nonprofit, so I'm waiting on all my paperwork to come in because I own a couple properties that's just sitting and I need rehab money. I'm tired of using all my money and all my credit cards be maxed out, and I'm on a fixed income. So that's that. But hope y'all have a good weekend. See y'all tomorrow night. Link is in the bio and in the description for y'all on whatchamacallit. What was your question about mentoring? I didn't see it. We are starting the mentorship. We doing one now with me and Rod Perry. The first round, the second round starts May the 7th or the 9th. So I'll start posting about that too. And me and him will be doing more live talking about, so I'll come in there and ask y'all questions. But it's not gonna be free. The first round was 2,500, so we can work the kinks out. The second round gonna be $5,000, and that's gonna probably be the price permanently. So, but yep. If you had a more direct question because I didn't see it, I apologize to you, Leah J. Just shoot me a DM. But y'all have a good weekend. Deuces.